I'd like to walk you through how you use the NHD website template that has been created for you. So most of you would have clicked on the link from Brightspace and it will take you to this shared folder that's called NHD website template. And inside that folder, you will see this website. This little blue thing means it's a Google site, and it will say NHD topic and title. And what you're going to do is right click on that file, which on your Chromebooks, a right click is just a double click in the center mouse pad. You're going to go down to make a copy, and it's going to make a copy of the website for you. Now, you're welcome to rename that topic to fit your name and your topic. So I'm just going to go ahead and rename mine with my last name so that the teachers know who I am when I share it, and I can fix it later. I'll put Mr. Shank as my teacher, and that way I know it's mine. And then what you'll do is you'll open up your website. Now, this website is a very basic template that you will be able to individualize and change as you see fit. So before you worry about messing with fonts and themes and other fun stuff, we really want to make sure you just understand what the pieces and pages are. So the pages that we've created for you are the pages that an NHD website should have. The most important piece of your NHD project is your landing page that's going to have your topic, title, and then your thesis statement. And your thesis statement is going to help the entire website get tied together. And everything that you put in this website should link back to your thesis statement. And a good thesis statement is going to provide a nice brief overview of your topic, the story that you're going to tell, and then the major frontier and lasting impact that your topic had on history. That's the idea of a National History Day project. We're not just telling a story with this website. We're trying to make a historical argument about breaking frontiers. So some of you already have a thesis statement written on your research process notes, but some of you might still need to kind of make your thesis statement and you might be stuck. And so you're welcome to use this kind of fill in the blank down here. But if you don't need this, you just delete it and then we'll type in your own thesis statement. So you can just delete that and then you can start to type in your own thesis statement. Or you can fill in the blanks and do the thesis statement that we had left for you here and just kind of fill in the blanks. So if I was doing Rosa Parks, I might say in 1954, and I'll do a brief overview of what happened with Rosa Parks and women of the, and then I could just keep typing about what happened, and then I would make sure to fill in the other blanks. Once you finish your thesis statement, okay, all the other pages you can just navigate to, and all of these are key pieces and should reflect exactly what you found in your research. Anything that you found, you will list here and then make sure that that is sourced in your bibliography. Anytime you use a quote, you're going to cite it, anything like that. So historical contents, anytime you see a little box here that just has a plus, that means you're going to insert some sort of image. Now, all of your images for the website need to come from your sourced material that's on your bibliography. So when you click the little plus sign, you can upload images. So you're going to need to find images from the database and then save them. There is going to be the option when you search to select an image. You will find that the option for Google Images will show up. We do not want you to use Google Images for this because you don't have the sources for those. We would like you to use the sources you have found in the databases, and then you'll fill out the different pieces. Now, if there's a piece that doesn't apply to your topic, you can just delete that piece. So I'll show you what I mean. When it comes to obstacles and frontiers, right now we have on the template 2 obstacles and frontiers. Many of you might only have 1 obstacle or frontier to name right here. So all of these things should be renamed to fit your project. So for instance, if you're doing Jackie Robinson, you might do segregation laws or segregation in MLB. And then you would talk about the background about the fact that the MLB had segregation and that before Jackie Robinson was hired to play for the Dodgers, there weren't any African Americans playing in baseball. You might then not have another one. And what you can always do is just go down to something and you can always delete it. You also can always, if you have a third frontier or obstacle that you'd like to address, all you can do, you can duplicate this section and it will make a third one for you. When you get to people, places, and actions, same thing. You can just delete one section and then you can just have 2 people, places, or things, or actions, I'm sorry. The impacts, same thing. You might only describe 1 impact or you might have numerous impacts to describe. You also want to make sure that everything, quotes that you use from direct people, you want to make sure you quote and you cite where it came from or who said it. And any information that you use, any direct quotes from databases, any summaries from databases, any information that you use from your research needs to connect and be cited. These websites will be published and shared, many of them within people in our school community, and some might go further and be shared out to other people at different schools. And so we are very much responsible for including our bibliography. Now, your bibliography, all of you are going to be able to insert your bibliography from your drive because once we get to that stage, you will be exporting your bibliography from Noodle Tools so that you can turn it in to your teachers. And so you can also then directly embed it right inside of this page so that we can, someone who's viewing your website will be able to view your bibliography as well. So those 2 things will align directly. And then once you've inserted all your text and things like that, then you can go to the fun part, or I think it's the fun part, where you can play around with the different themes. You can play around with the different colors of your website. And right now, everyone's just on the simple theme. But you're welcome to just change the colors of the simple theme. You're welcome to play around, like let's say you want to make it this crazy green color, make it a little brighter even. That kind of looks gross. We can do that. Keep it there. And then you can change the font. Maybe you want to make it classic. Maybe you want to make it light. You can do whatever you want. There's other topics. It'll just completely change. It's very much like Google Slides, and you all are very proficient in Google Slides. And then once you do that, you can kind of play around with header images. This one has a image, so you can play around with it and change it. You can change the type of header if you would rather have just a really like small one like this. You can change it back. There's lots of things you can play with, but that should be the last thing that you do when all your information is there. All right. Hope this was super helpful.